Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the MajorSlackAttack, your first stop for titillating tactical gaming. And this is the Rakkaholics mission. This is where we get to choose between Miss Moxxi's Rubi or the Sloth, a great Dahl sniper. And let's listen to Mordecai.
Nordwing's dead. Jack's nearly got the vault open. I don't know about you, but I need a drink. Or more like a lot of drinks. The Hodunks run rat gale out of the dust. Blast the kegs off one of their booze runners and get them for me.
Alright, so that's our mission. Collect 10 kegs of beer. And we have the choice of, oh yeah, there's this too.
Little project for you. How do you feel about gang wars? The Hodunks and the Zephyrs have been having a half-assed for years. And I've been thinking the world might be a bit better if all of them were dead. Or at least one of them. Grab those explosives and the clan emblems. The emblems are back in the junkyard. Here's my plan. You go to Hodunk territory, do that thing you do, by which I mean shoot lots of people and look damn good doing it, and leave the Zafford emblem as a calling card. Then you head to Zafford territory in the Highlands and do the same thing with the Hodunk emblem. Sound good?
Alright, now. 10 kegs of beer. Have to shoot this Moonshiner. Shoot the back of this Moonshiner. And you shoot the same one all the time, and kegs of beer will fall off it, and you collect them, and that's it. And there's a choice between mission reward, okay? Both unique guns. If you turn the mission into Moxxi, you get the Rubi. Some gamers swear by it. It's a great health regenerating weapon, one of the best of Moxxi's health regenerating weapons. I usually go for the Sloth, particularly just because I don't really like having a weapon just for health regeneration. And I also find that the Sloths that the game kicks out are fantastic, and you'll see. You'll see that when I get the Sloth later on, the one I get is spectacular. And not to spoil the surprise, so we'll talk about that later. Anyways, I'm going to show you both options.
Mordecai plans on sucking down more rat ale, huh? Did the same thing after he and I split up, poor kid. Bring me the booze instead, and I'll give you my prized revolver.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Moxxi's giving you Rubi if you give her my booze? Freaking, that bimbo lost Rubi years ago and I found it. She wouldn't even have it if it weren't for me. No, no, no. Bring me the booze, and I'll give you one of my old sniper rifles.
Have I tried the Rubi? Yes. Yeah, honorable mention goes out once again to girl gamer extraordinaire Mindy McCready for telling me about the Rubi. Never really bothered to try it. I have now since tried it extensively. It is a great weapon, but you have to get a good one to make it useful. Otherwise, you're just slapping it on for health regen. And I got a shocking one, a shock Rubi, which was pretty good. It held its own, but against the Sloth that I got, I would have to go with the Sloth, and you'll see. Tough call, but I decided to go with the Sloth.
Moxxi ever tell you who she done me for? Huh? Jack, I win the Underdome, I find Rubi, and bam! She drops me for the biggest fascist Pandora's ever seen.
Hey, until he set all those people on fire, Jack seemed like a pretty nice guy. It's not my fault Mordecai was more interested in plucking his bird's feathers than plucking my... Damn it, I'm so angry I can't even come up with a sexy innuendo!
Okay, 2 more kegs. 2 more bottles of beer on the wall. 1 more bottle of beer on the wall.
You got
and there she blows.
Now bring him to me, and I'll give you my rifle.
No, no. Bring the booze to me instead of that alcoholic bird lover, and I'll give you Rubi.
Alright, we're going to do both, like I said. But before I take off, I believe I give this Hyperion Sniper that I picked up last video a quick run for its money. Because I'm curious. And here I'm just like, you know, you can make a jump here? And no, you can't. So that's what that's all about. I gotta try it. Okay, so on goes the Hyperion Sniper. Now, the thing about Hyperion Snipers is they sway around until you take a few shots and then they calm down. So you gotta deal with that. Terrible on moving targets. Also, this has a weird configuration. I think it's like 56% chance to slag, but it's got a really low fire rate, so it's not really something you can rely on for slagging, I don't think. I'm only mostly interested in it for the colossal damage, 11,000 damage. So forget about slagging. Let's just see what kind of damage you can dish out, you know. Stacking up all kinds of bonuses, one shot, one kill, good amplified shield, stuff like that. Here, now I'm just testing the fire rate. And I'm done. That's it. Let's go back to Sanctuary and compare rewards. Start off with rubies. Or rather, Moxxi's Ruby. But yeah, okay, now let's go get the Ruby. Using a backed up save to do this.
There's Ruby. Treat her well.
Yeah, jeez. Okay. Yes, ma'am, Major Sir. There we go. That's our Ruby. It's a shock Ruby. Terrible slack rating, but pretty high elemental damage. It does actually hold its own. I have to admit, holds its own. Not against a ferocious blaster, mind you, but you know, against enemies with shields, it can hold its own. Just going to take it down to the target dummy of Marcus's. Checking out the stats on it. 1627 electrocute damage. Chance to shock 15%, 15.6%. Thing about it is it consumes 2 ammo per shot, so 8 in the mag, you get 4 trigger pulls per magazine. Took it out in the field. It's a good solid weapon. I have no complaints about it. It's just that I prefer the Sloth, because I'm a sniper and I just loves me kick-ass snipers. Alright, so that's that. I exited the game, backed up the save, so in case I decide to go with the Ruby, I could go with it. Let's go see what kind of Sloth I got. Okay, so I'm using the same backed up save when I arrived in Sanctuary. Now, what I was looking for was a Crystallisk Buster. In a practice run, I got a non-elemental Sloth, which was fantastic. It was like 9,000 damage.
I'm a better shot when I'm drunk anyway.
This time I get a corrosive Sloth, or a nerve Sloth, which is a fantastic loader buster. This thing here, absolutely spectacular. I took it out in some practice runs and field testing in Opportunity, and this thing can one-shot a war loader with no slag. Okay, no slag. So this is a fantastic acquisition. Not exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a Chrysalis buster, but it's okay. This will do fine because we got lots of loaders to face in the story missions coming up ahead. So I'm gonna go with this. 3 burst fire. Key thing about it is 11 in the mag. So you get 3 full burst fire trigger pulls before it empties out. Or then you do like another double shot and then it empties out. And one shot's a lot of loaders. You can finish off many loaders with one mag. One clip rather. Now the zoom on it is so strong that I can't really see what kind of damage I'm doing because I'm zooming in so much on the practice dummy, but out in the field, yeah, it did not disappoint. Alright, so that's what I'm going with, the Nerve Sloth. That's the save I'm continuing from. I think at this point I'm just want to buy some ammo, and then we're going to head on into Sanctuary Hole. Take care of business there and get Miss Moxxi's Heartbreaker. So we're on a little unique weapons run here, doing a few side missions.
Nothing like a good sale. Tell your friends.
Been plowing through the story missions lately. And that's my allegiance from my Vladov Allegiance relic. I'm just I know what I'm doing. Configuring my loadout for Sanctuary Hole. So it's mostly human enemies, so lots of fire damage. Probably put on the homing fire burst there later on. Down to 3 Horns Divide. Attaboy, who's a good slack. And we're done. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Coming up next, Safe and Sound, for which we'll get rewarded Moxxi's Heartbreaker. So if you don't have a good fire weapon, do this mission and you'll get one. Right? Coming up next video. See you then.